Hello there. Welcome to my podcast. I'm your host, Hans Sonnenberg. Welcome to my podcast to the journey of resilience and rebirth, where every setback is a setup for a comeback. This is Embracing Adversity, a life torn and rebuilt, a podcast where we dive deep into the heart of overcoming insurmountable and the power of the human spirit to rise again and again. Today, we have a special guest joining us on the podcast, Karen Walker. Karen is a book lover who recently received an autographed copy of my book titled Embracing Adversity, A Life Torn and Rebuilt. Her love for reading and her enthusiasm for exploring new stories make her a wonderful addition to our podcast discussion. Welcome, Karen. We are excited to hear your thoughts and perspective. And I'm sure you have a question.
First question. If you could have dinner with a historical figure who also faced great adversity, who would it be and why?
Who wouldn't want to share a meal with Nelson Mandela, right? The man who went from prison to peacemaker. Talk about an incredible metamorphosis. I bet we will bond over a sweeping prison story, talk about refugees, discussing the best way to forgive our enemies over a fancy meal. That would be nice.
What's the most unexpected thing you've learned about yourself while writing Embracing Adversity?
I would say I just developed a habit of creating and collaborate playlists for different chapter. And all these playlists, they really set the mode for me and help me to get it into the right headspace of writing. I would say it was like having a personal soundtrack for my own book, guiding me through the thoughts and emotion of the highs and lows of my stories.
All right. If your younger self one piece of advice before all the challenges you faced, what
I'll go back to my childhood. I would say to myself, buckle up. Life is about to throw some curveballs your way. Embrace the chaos. Learn from your mess. And always keep a stash of hope in your back pocket.
Okay. All right. What inspired you to write Embracing Adversity, and how did your personal experiences shape the narrative of your book?
I, I was inspired to write my book, Embracing Adversity, A Life Torn and Rebuilt, by my own experiences as a refugee during World War II, aiming to share the stories of resilience and hope and unity. My personal journey shaped the narrative of the book, highlighting the themes of faith, resilience, and the human spirit's ability to overcome adversity. And my autobiography serves as a beacon of hope, inspiring change, and fostering compassion in a world that marked by division. Also, my podcast, Embracing Adversity Journey, complements the book by sharing stories of resilience and courage in facing life's challenges. Part of my book, and I carried them over into podcasts to dive deeper into the detail of what I wrote in my book.
Okay. Can you describe a specific moment or event in your life that was particularly challenging and how you addressed it in your book?
In Embracing Adversity, I vividly recount the harrowing experiences of fleeing my homeland during World War II as a refugee, navigating the oppressive regimes and the multiple refugee camps before finding a new home in the United States. This challenging period of my life served as a cornerstone of resilience and highlighting the struggles and the triumphs of refugees and shaping the narrative of this book. My journey also reflects my unwavering belief in overcoming fear, taking daring risks, and stepping outside comfort zones to create an extraordinary life. resonating with readers facing their own adversities.
Okay. In your book, you discuss themes of resilience and hope. How do you personally define resilience, and what advice would you give to others trying to cultivate it in their lives?
I define resilience as unwavering strength and determination to overcome adversity, fear, and challenges, embodying the indomitable human spirit's capacity to bounce back from setbacks. And in my book, I emphasize the power of resilience in facing life's trials and tribulations, inspiring readers to embrace their inner strengths and strive for a bigger, brighter future. My advice to cultivate resilience include embracing fear, taking risks, and then stepping outside your own comfort zone, and believing in one's ability to overcome obstacles with courage and perseverance. I encourage readers to tap into their inner resilience, foster a positive mindset, seek support from loved ones and friends, and view challenges as an opportunity for growth and transformation. My narrative serves as a guide for those seeking to cultivate resilience in their lives, inspiring them to face adversity with hope, courage, and determination.
Very good. How has the process of writing this book affected your perspective on your past experiences and your approach to future challenges?
The process of writing, embracing adversity, has allowed me to reflect deeply on my past experiences as a refugee and the challenges I faced, uh, providing a new lens through which to view my journey of resilience and hope. By delving into my own narrative and sharing it with others, I have gained a deeper understanding of the strengths and the courage I exhibited during difficult times. And this reflection has reinforced my belief in the power of resilience, hope, and the human spirit's capacity to overcome adversity. As I look towards the future, my approach to challenges has been shaped by my own story, inspiring me to tackle obstacles with courage, determination, and a positive mindset. And writing this book has reinforced my belief in the transformative power of facing adversity head on, and has instilled in me a sense of optimism and resilience in the face of future challenges.
Okay, the book is a source of inspiration for many facing personal adversities. What do you hope your readers can take away from your story?
So, uh, during my transition from the war-torn environment to establishing a new life in America, I faced various unexpected challenges. These challenges included adapting to a new culture, language barriers, adjusting to different society norms, and then rebuilding my life from scratch again. To overcome these obstacles, I relied on my resilience, on my determination, and the willingness to learn and to adapt. I always sought support from communities, from my family, embraced new opportunities, and persevered through difficult times with a positive mindset. By facing these challenges head on and remaining resilient, I was able to overcome the unexpected hurdles of build a new life in America.
Okay, one more question, Hans. You also host a podcast related to the themes of your book. Can you share how this platform has allowed you to expand on the messages in embracing adversity?
I'm glad you asked that question. In the beginning, I briefly mentioned that podcast. I felt like the podcast is a good way to expand on the themes that I presented in my book. And the podcast also serves as a great platforms to share the stories of resilience and strength and courage in facing challenges. And it offers another way of share personal anecdotes and delve deeper into the episodes and inspiring interviews and uplifting messages. By having this podcast, I extended the conversation way behind the pages of my book. So the podcast provides a dynamic medium for connecting with listeners, sharing additional insight, and fostering a sense of community around the themes of resilience and hope and unity. And it also allows me to reach a wider audiences, and also allows me to continue inspiring others to embrace their inner strengths and overcome adversity with courage and determination. So I guess that was your last question. I
Yes.
wanted to ask you one thing. Is there anything that you got out of the book for yourself when you read out, you're done reading, or say, "Oh yeah, this really sticks with this click, so I can relate to that."
Actually, yes. I have a friend that lives in Germany, and she went through basically the same thing you did as far as language and the new culture. Her parents moved over there when she was born here, and they moved over there when she was 17, I think, and that kind of hit home. And then just hearing what you went through as a child just really is touching, and that you can talk about it and maybe somebody will get something out of it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, any other points that you personally thought about?
Well, the family of that you talked about, your
Family is a
relationships.
is an important support
Yes,
system. Was
yes,
always for me, and I think you picked that up in the book.
yes, for me too. And the closeness that you had with them. You're also your daughter, your grandchildren. Yes, I found it, and it's a very easy reading book. I found it
Good.
very interesting.
That's good feedback. All right, Karen, I thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today on our Embracing Adversity, a Life Torn and Rebuilt. We hope Karen's enthusiasm and our discussion today have inspired you to dive into the book and explore the themes of resilience and hope. If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing to my podcast or even buying my book, and leave some feedback and give me a review. Your feedback helps me to reach more listeners who can benefit from these stories and overcoming adversity. And don't forget to visit my website for more resources and updates on upcoming episodes. This is Hans Sonnenberg, reminding you that resilience is not just about bouncing back, but rather moving forward with greater strength and wisdom. Until the next time, stay strong and keep rebuilding. Thank you, Karen, and goodbye.
Thank you, Hans. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on my podcast.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.